If you look at all the current legislation, including the European legislation, there's a little clause in all of it that says that none of this applies to military applications. Governments aren't willing to restrict their own uses of it for defence.
I mean, there's been some evidence, even in current conflicts, of the use of AI in generating thousands and thousands of targets.
Yes.
I mean, that's happened since you started warning about AI. Is that the sort of pathway that you're concerned about?
I mean, that's the thin end of the wedge. What I'm most concerned about is when these things can autonomously make the decision to kill people. So, robot soldiers.
Yeah.
And those are coming.
Drones and the like.
And it may be we can get something like Geneva Conventions to regulate them, but I don't think that's going to happen until after very nasty things have happened.
And there's an analogy here with the Manhattan Project and with Oppenheimer, which is if we restrain ourselves from military use in the G7 advanced democracies, what's going on in China, what's going on in Russia?
Yes, it has to be an international agreement. But if you look at chemical weapons, the international agreement for chemical weapons has worked quite well.
I mean, do you have any sense of whether the shackles are off in a place like Russia?
Well, Putin said some years ago that whoever controls AI controls the world. So I imagine they're working very hard. Fortunately, the West is probably well ahead of them in research. We're probably still slightly ahead of China, but China's putting more resources in. And so in terms of military uses of AI, I think there's going to be a race.
Sounds very theoretical, but this argument, this thread of argument, if you follow it, you really are quite worried about extinction level events.
So we should distinguish these different risks. The risk of using AI for autonomous lethal weapons doesn't depend on AI being smarter than us. That's a quite separate risk from the risk that the AI itself will go rogue and try and take over. I'm worried about both things. The autonomous weapons is clearly going to come. Yeah. Whether AI goes rogue and tries to take over is something we may be able to control or we may not, we don't know. And so at this point, before it's more intelligent than us, we should be putting huge resources into seeing whether we are going to be able to control it.